Somewhere over North America tonight, a 30-year-old Boeing 767 is cruising at 41,000 feet. It was built in 1996 to haul freight. Today, it carries one man, his entourage, and an interior that reportedly cost more than most professional sports franchises. Welcome back to Luxury Aloft. Private aviation was once a quiet privilege. Today, it is a public spectacle. Tracked, photographed, debated, and occasionally litigated. In the next few minutes, we're counting down 10 famous names whose aircraft genuinely earn the word insane. One honest note before we begin. In this world, almost every aircraft is registered through a holding company or a trust, so the word ownership is a legal maze. Every figure you'll hear tonight comes from FAA registration records, manufacturer specifications, and verified reporting current as of August 2026. Where a number is an estimate, we will tell you so. Let's begin at number 10. Number 10, Jackie Chan. Most celebrities buy one jet. Jackie Chan bought two, and then had them painted like dragons. His flagship is an Embraer Legacy 650, delivered in 2012 for a reported $30 million. And finished in a red and gold dragon livery he helped design himself. 4 years later, he added an Embraer Legacy 500, a mid-size jet reported at around $20 million. Here's why that pairing is actually clever. The Legacy 650 offers a E3-zone cabin and roughly 3,900 nautical miles of range, enough to connect Hong Kong to Dubai without stopping. The Legacy 500 handles the short regional hops that would waste fuel and airframe hours on the bigger jet. Chan also serves as a yacht brand ambassador for Embraer. So while the rest of our list flies aircraft that cost them money, Chan's fleet is, in part, a working billboard. Number 9. Celine Dion. Dion flies a Bombardier Global Express XR, a pre-owned aircraft acquired in 2021 and widely valued in the $40 to $50 million range. What makes it remarkable isn't the price. It's the restraint. The Global Express XRS is an older platform, and buying used means somebody else absorbed the brutal first-decade depreciation, often 40 to 50%. Of the original sticker price. What she got in return was roughly 6,500 nautical miles of range, and a cabin reported to include 6 guest beds, a full galley, and a small cinema. For an artist who has spent decades in residency in Las Vegas and on tour across Europe, that is not a luxury. That is a bedroom that arrives at the same time she does. Number 8. Taylor Swift. Few aircraft in history have been discussed more than Taylor Swift's Dassault Falcon 7X. Registered N601mm, it is a 3-engine, ultra-long-range business jet with a range near 6,000 nautical miles and seating for up to 16. Purchase figures reported in the press cluster around $54 million. But the more interesting story is what she sold. In early 2024, FAA records confirmed she parted with her Dassault Falcon 900, cutting her fleet from 2 aircraft to 1. Reporting at the time connected the decision to sustained public criticism of her flight emissions and to a very public dispute with a college student who was tracking her aircraft using publicly broadcast transponder data. That single sale tells you something important. In 2026, a private jet is no longer a private thing. It is a searchable, time-stamped public record. Number 7. Kylie Jenner. In July 2022, Kylie Jenner posted a photograph of herself standing between 2 enormous jets. The caption was 6 words long. The backlash lasted years. The aircraft is a Bombardier Global 7500 registration to 810kj, the 810 a nod to her August 10th birthday. It was purchased in April 2020 for approximately $72.8 million. And technically, it is extraordinary. twin GE passport engines, a top speed of Mach 0.925, a range of 7,700 nautical miles, Los Angeles to Dubai, non-stop. The cabin has been finished with pink exterior striping and branded interior touches tied directly to Kylie Cosmetics, which reframes the whole purchase. This isn't just transportation, it is a flying corporate headquarters for a billion-dollar beauty company, and arguably its most photographed advertisement. Number 6. Tom Cruise. Here is the difference between owning airplanes and by understanding them. Tom Cruise has held a pilot's license since 1994, where he operates 4 aircraft, and no 2 of them do the same job. There is a Gulfstream 4, a heavy, long-range jet capable of Los Angeles to London. There is a Bombardier Challenger 300 for medium-haul work. There is a Key Honda jet, which is certified for single-pilot operation, meaning Cruise flies it himself. And then there is the one you've already seen, a 1944 North American P-51 Mustang, registered N51EAW. He owns it. He flies it, and he flew it on screen in Top Gun Maverick. That is not a collection assembled by an accountant. That is a collection assembled by a pilot. A quick word. Before we reveal our top 5, the aircraft that genuinely redefine what money can buy in the sky. If you're enjoying this, please consider subscribing to Luxury Aloft. It's free, it takes 1 moment, and it's the single most helpful thing you can do to keep these deep dives coming. Thank you. Now, number 5. Number 5. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey once described her jet as the best gift she'd ever given herself. And she was very specific about what she meant. She wasn't talking about leather. She was talking about time. For years, her aircraft was a quad Gulfstream G650. Registration N540W, reported at roughly $70 million, with a further $10 million in customization. It carries up to 18 passengers with a range near 7,500 nautical miles. More recently, flight tracking coverage, including reporting from Business Insider during the June 2025 Venice gatherings, identified a Gulfstream G700 operating under her name. We'll be straight with you. Databases still disagree on exactly what's in her hangar today, and neither aircraft has been confirmed by Winfrey herself. What isn't in dispute is the logic. Chicago, Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, Johannesburg. For a schedule like that, the jet isn't the indulgence. The alternative is number 4. Elon Musk. Elon Musk does not own a private jet. He operates something closer to a small private airline. The centerpiece is a Gulfstream G650 EER. Registration N6228TS. 7,500 nautical miles of range, a cruise speed of Mach 0.925, and a price in the $70 million neighborhood. Alongside it sit 2 Gulfstream G550s, registered N502SX and N72BG, both held through an entity connected to SpaceX and Tesla. A Gulfstream G700 was ordered in 2022 and, after well-documented FAA certification delays, has been reported as joining the fleet. We'd note that delivery has not been independently confirmed. Why 4 aircraft? Because his companies operate in Texas, California, and Florida simultaneously, and one airframe cannot be in 3 places at once. It's less a status symbol than a logistics network. Number 3. Kim Kardashian. If Kylie's jet is a billboard, her sister's is a cathedral. Kim Kardashian's Gulfstream G650ER, registered N1980K, was reportedly acquired in 2022 for around $95 million. She then spent a further reported $55 million gutting and rebuilding the interior, bringing the total to roughly $150 million. That figure deserves a moment. She spent more on the interior than most billionaires spend on the entire aircraft. The cabin has been described as cashmere lined in bone and cream tones with custom light woods throughout, and a strictly enforced no-shoes policy on board. Nicknamed Kim Air, it may be the most thoroughly customized celebrity aircraft flying today. And with two Rolls-Royce BR725 engines and 7,500 nautical miles of range, it is also, quietly, one of the most capable. Number 2. John Travolta. Every other name on this list hires pilots. John Travolta is one. He began flying at 15. He holds type ratings for the Boeing 707, 737, and 747, the actual airliners. His current fleet includes a Boeing 737-300, registration N327JT, which he acquired in February 2022 and earned his type rating for the following month. He flew it himself across the Atlantic to Shannon, Ireland in May of 2026, a crossing of nearly 12 hours. He also operates a Dassault Falcon 900B and an Eclipse E800 light jet, and they are all parked at his house. Travolta lives at Jumbolair Aviation Estates near Ocala, Florida, where a shore 7,500-foot runway connects by taxiway directly to his front door. His most famous aircraft, a 1964 ex-Qantas Boeing 707, named for his children, he gave away, donated to a museum society in Australia in 2017. In 2026, it was finally dismantled and shipped there for permanent preservation. Number 1. What Drake? And so we return to that Boeing 767. Air Drake, registration N767CJ, is a 1996 Boeing 767-24Q AE wide-body airliner, not a business jet. It is in a different category entirely from everything else on this list. Here's the part that still astonishes aviation people. Wikipama didn't buy it. In 2019, the Canadian cargo airline, Cargojet, provided the aircraft as part of a marketing partnership. Reporting indicates no direct payment from Drake. Cargojet supplied an aircraft valued around $185 million. Drake supplied global visibility for a Canadian logistics company most people had never heard of. It went out of service in May 2025 for a full interior overhaul and returned in July 2025 with rich wood finishes, redesigned living spaces, and a new exterior scheme. With a range over 6,000 nautical miles, it can carry an entire touring crew from Toronto to London non-stop. It remains the most audacious deal in celebrity aviation history, the horizon. So where does this go next? Based on current announcements, the trend is toward more range, not more gold. Bombardier's Global 8000 entered service in December 2025, promising 8,000 nautical miles and speeds approaching Mach 0.94. Gulfstream's G800 is following a similar path. But the more meaningful shift may be cultural. Flight tracking is now permanent, public, and effortless. Taylor Swift reduced her fleet. Registrations get changed, trusts get layered, and plans, of course, can always change. The jets are getting faster. The white privacy is getting harder to buy. Sign off. From the dragon on Jackie Chan's tail to the runway at John Travolta's front door, every aircraft on this list tells you something about the person who flies it. So here's our question for you tonight. Which of these 10 would you actually want? The $150 million cabin or the 7,500-foot runway in your own backyard? Tell us in the comments. We read them at Luxury Aloft. We build every episode on verified records, manufacturer specifications, and current reporting. And we tell you plainly when a figure is an estimate. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.